All right, and we are back at it again. Greetings, everyone. If you're new to my channel, my name is Christina, aka the Cherokee Gypsy, and I would like to welcome everybody back to my channel. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing this Sunday? It is November 12th, 2017. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Miss Jenny Rich for winning my 500 subscriber giveaway. And don't y'all worry, there will be more giveaways and I will be giving away more stuff as we grow as a channel. Like I said, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll be buying a high-end eyeshadow palette and giving it away to somebody. But we got to get there first, right? So today is actually, you know, on Sundays I do my Test It Out Sunday where I try a new product. And I'll go ahead and show y'all what product it's going to be. I received this from a company that you actually take these quizzes. It's called CrowdTap. And you take these quizzes, and if you earn a certain amount of points, you can qualify for campaigns to try new products through the brands that they're associated with. And so let's go ahead and open that up. It says your hand-picked crowd kit is here, and CrowdTap is the company that sent me this. Here's what we need your help. It says, look for an email from us about this mission, complete your mission, and submit a report. High five yourself for being awesome. So thank you, CrowdTap, for the opportunity to be trying this product today. This isn't going to be just a Test It Out Sunday. If you do not like my very long videos, then this video is not going to be for you. I actually have a follower on my Instagram that goes by Tennessee Redbone. Her and her 4-year-old daughter, they love to watch me, and they love my channel, and her little 4-year-old daughter says I'm her best friend, so you tell her that she's my best friend too. And she actually requested me. She said she didn't care if it was an hour long. She wanted to see me do a full face of makeup. So that's what I'm going to give her. I know a lot of y'all are not into hour-long videos, and that's perfectly fine. You can just wait to the next video. But this is for my genuine subbies who actually love to hear me chatter on and talk to y'all while doing my makeup. So this is going to be a full face get ready with me, which I'm not really going anywhere, but then again, I'm going to go to Target and Walmart a little later. It's going to be a get ready with me, and we're going to be testing out this new product that CrowdTap sent me for free in exchange for my review. And the product we're going to be testing today is by Revlon. It is called the Revlon Color Stay Brow Mousse. Oh, styles for a fuller, softly defined look in soft black. Alright, so it's got the Revlon One Twist Brow Styler. What's crazy is that they had a mix-up and they only sent one product in the thing. It was supposed to be a roller wheel eyeliner. It had like a wheel on it, like the MAC Cosmetics one that they just come out with. It's got the little roller wheel. But actually, I actually got my eyebrows threaded yesterday. So that's actually not a bad thing that they sent me a brow pencil to test out. Usually I use my trusty Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil, but since I have this to try out with y'all today, that's what I'm going to be using. So I've got my little drawer of all my stuff. I'm actually looking for my brow, there it is. I was actually looking for my Brow Gal that I got in my BoxyCharm, my Brow Gal pencil, brush, to brush my eyebrows out before I fill them in, before we get started. So yeah, I'm going to be testing that out. Let's show y'all, I want to show y'all this little hand mirror. I think I've showed y'all this before, but Michael actually took his time to cut. He said he spent an hour on this at work, and he made this handheld mirror for my channel. He edged it out, cut it out. I think it looks great. So this is going to be the mirror that I'm going to be using in my Get Ready With Me today. Isn't that cute? Michael cuts windows, installs doors, and cuts glass for a living. And so he made this handheld mirror for me, which I thought was really sweet and romantic. I love you. Michael, tell everybody hello.
Hello.
So we're going to get started. And as I am doing, as I'm putting on the products, I'm going to show y'all what products I'm using, so y'all know every single thing that I put on. And just to help some of y'all out, I will be naming the products that I used in the description bar below. I usually don't do that, but I'm going to do that today so it can help y'all out what it is. So let's go ahead and get started with a primer. The primer I'm going to use today is, we're going to be using the Becca Backlight Filting Primer. The Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. I got that in the box, which I've already tried that out. But yeah, we're going to be using this Becca Backlight Primer. I actually like this primer. A lot of people don't like it because it's got that glow from within look, and a lot of people don't like that glow from within. But I personally do. So this is originally like 38 bucks at Ulta. And I got it on sale for 50% off last year. Or the beginning of, what was it? No, it was, I think it was in February and March. Whenever this was on sale at Ulta for 50% off. As you can tell, it's very, very shiny, which I love shiny. I know you would think, but Christina, you have oily skin. And that is correct. I do have oily skin, but I actually like the glowy look. Even having oily skin, I like the glowy look. So, yep. Looks good and primed. I wish I had a way to like stand this mirror up while I'm putting it on. Like, it would be perfect. Like, maybe we can do it like that. That's kind of good. Okay. So I have like the mirror position. So we've got the primer on, the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up. Today, I want to use my Power Fabric, my Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation, but I think that I might use my, oh shit! That did not work out, y'all. Babe, I need you to, like, rig this for me. I want it to stand up like this so I can, like, look at myself in the mirror without it falling out. It'll fall on top of the candle.
Babe, I'm working on it. Just chill.
So I usually use my Giorgio Armani Power Fabric Foundation. But today I think I want to use my Wet n Wild Photo Finish. My Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. Just because I actually really do like this foundation. Here's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. The reason why I'm using this is because some of you cannot afford high-end foundation, so I figured I would use a drugstore foundation today. This Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, I love it. Even for my oily skin, I love it. So when you open it up, I'm in the shade Cream Beige, which I think it's a perfect shade for me. It's got the little spatula on it. It does smell like paint, but it is what it is. It's a good foundation. So to apply my foundation today, I used this the other day to apply my IT Cosmetics CC Illumination Cream. I'm already at 9 minutes. Wow. And I haven't even gotten started. I just got my freaking primer on. So I'm going to be using my IT brushes for Ulta. This is their complexion brush. I used this to put my IT Cosmetics Illuminating CC cream on the other day. And I really, really enjoyed it. It's got like a flat, like domed, to it. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really soft. Of course, IT brushes for Ulta are freaking awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this spatula and I'm going to just put dots all over my face. That's the only thing that I don't like about this Photo Focus foundation is it does smell like paint. But, I mean, it works really good. So, honestly, I really do not care. And, yes, I'm going for a full coverage look. So, that's why. Alright, now that we have got it, I'm going to start blending it in. I just love the finish that this foundation gives. Even for oily skin. If you have oily skin, this foundation works good. I understand that not all of us, even if you have oily skin like me, I understand that not all of us have the same type of oily skin. So some this foundation might work for, and some it might not. And I completely understand that. But for my oily, acne-prone, sensitive skin, oh my gosh, look at that coverage. I love this. And when you are doing your foundation, you always want to make sure. That's why it is so important to make sure that your foundation matches your neck, which I know it's really, really hard sometimes to get a foundation that actually does match your neck, because a lot of us women have trouble finding the right shades, and you have to mix shades together, and I get that. But if you can tell by my jawline where I blended in the foundation and my jaw, they match for the most part. So that's always a good sign. Now, when I do my foundation, I like to do it over my eyes and everything, just so some of my face don't look one color and another one's lighter than the other. I like for it to all look, flawless and airbrush, and that's what this Photo Focus does. And actually, it looks great. So, shout out to Wet n Wild. And this IT brushes for Ulta, I swear, I absolutely love this foundation, and I haven't used it in a while. So yeah, I'm using drugstore and high-end products, so that helps all you drugstore vixens. If y'all like any of the products that I use, you can actually afford them. It's not fair for me to always do high-end products when a lot of you can't afford high-end products. Shit, I'm gonna be honest with you, I honestly can't afford high-end products, but I literally splurge and sometimes save up for them. So now that we are all blended in and foundation is blended, we're going to put that brush down, and we're going to do some concealer. So, what concealer did I use last time? I used that Maybelline Age Rewind with the sponge. I want to use... What, babe?
Titans just won.
Did we win? Oh my gosh. Yay, Titans just won. Hey, can you get my other handheld mirror in there?
Where is it?
In there by the big mirror that you cut out for me. So, since I used that Maybelline Age Rewind concealer last time, I want to use my LA Girl Pro Concealer. Thank you, babe. So we're going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Light Ivory. I understand that I'm not light ivory, but when I bake underneath my eyes, I like to get a shade lighter. So my eyes appear... brighter underneath. So I'm just going to do the triangle.
Give it to her, baby. Give it to her. It's a touchdown. Touchdown.
Which this concealer, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of got a yellow tone to it, which I am medium skin with warm undertones, but when I'm looking at it in this lighting of this mirror lighting, which when you're doing your concealer under your eyes, your triangles do not have to be perfect, okay, because it's going to get blended in anyways. I like to do it right here. Down the nose, down my Cupid's bow, down here, alright, so now that I've got my concealer on my face, we're going to blend it in, which this, like I said, it's got a yellow tone to it, and I'm not really feeling that. I thought this this LA Girl concealer was, last time I used it, it was, you know, it worked really, really well. Which I'm not saying it's not going to work well. I'm just saying it kind of has a yellow tone to it. And my skin don't really have a yellow tone. It's more of a golden warm undertone. But it's blending in all right. So, to blend in my concealer, I'm actually using my Miracle Complexion Sponge by Real Techniques. Now, everybody blends in their concealer different, and everybody uses their Miracle Complexion Sponge in different ways. I prefer to use all sides of my Miracle Complexion Sponge. Make sure it's all blended in. Oh yeah. It actually did a pretty good job. Before I did this, I wanted to make sure that my eyebrows were threaded, because when I do my eyeshadow, I didn't want any like scraggly hairs up here, you know. So yeah, that LA Girl concealer actually did quite well. Alright, and another tip, whenever you are doing your concealer, you want to make sure, when you're doing your foundation, if you're going to be baking or using your concealer after and baking underneath your eyes, make sure that you don't do your foundation all the way up here underneath your eyelids, because if you do a concealer on top of your foundation underneath your eyelids, it's going to appear cakey, and lines are going to appear more than if you didn't like cake the foundation on underneath your eyes. You want everything to blend in seamlessly, so make sure that you're not caking on your foundation underneath your eyes if you're going to be baking with the concealer. So, I think that looks pretty good. Which, now, I will say about this Wet n Wild, I will say something about this Wet n Wild foundation. If you have texture, which I do, it will kind of show up. But that's what powder's for. Okay? So, now that I have blended my concealer in, we're going to bake underneath the eyes. And when I use brushes, so like I said, I just use my LA Girl Pro Concealer. And like when I use brushes, I'm going to show y'all which brushes I'm using and all that stuff. What's this? Oh, this is my NYX Sculpt and Highlight. I didn't use this last time in my video like I was supposed to. But on one end, it's got the highlight. And then on the other end, it's got the eyebrow color. But I'm not going to use the eyebrow color. I'm just going to use the highlight part. So when I do use my Revlon, when I do use my Revlon brow pencil, my eyebrows will appear more sculpt. You know, I like to do the highlight, use the highlight underneath my brows and on top. Just so it's already got that like wax there, so it's more easier for when you use the pencil, when you use a brow pencil afterwards. When you're using like the light strokes, sorry, I don't want to block myself from view so y'all can't see. It just makes it easier for the eyebrow pencil to glide through your hair and not get everywhere else. It's kind of like, I feel like the highlight pencil is kind of like when you dye your hair, you know, and like you put Vaseline around your edges and ears to like keep it from, what the hell? There. To keep it from like getting all over the place. Kind of like that. That's how I feel like using that highlight pencil is for. So now we're going to bake underneath my eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me. The Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in light. I originally would be light medium or medium. But I want, like I said, when I'm baking underneath my eyes, I want it to be more... I want it to be light because I want my under eyes to be brightened, not the same color. Whereas if you wanted it all to be the same color, you would use the shade that best matches your skin tone. So I'm just going to pour some in there. I'm going to take my same Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge and I'm just going to dab it under my eyes very lightly. You can use both ends, whatever you want to do. You're just going to tap it very lightly underneath where you put your concealer. All right. And, okay, so I did that. And if you want to, considering if you're oily, if you want to pretty much like set your whole face, you know, get away from me, fly.
Yeah, he's bugging me too.
You can actually put the powder all over. You can use this same Miracle Complexion Sponge. It does not matter. If you are oily skinned like me, you can actually take the powder and the same sponge and just pat it all over your face with powder. So it kind of like gives you a film, like a film to keep your skin from getting oily when you contour and whenever you put any bronzer or blush or any of that stuff. So now that I have my powder setting under my eyes, we're going to let it sit there for about 5 minutes. I like my shit to bake. I'm going to pour the rest. I poured the rest in there. I really, really like that powder. So next, do I want to do all the contouring and stuff? Actually, I was going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour palette, but I don't really have time for that. We're already at 24 minutes. This is going to be an hour-long video, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. So now I'm just going to do a quickie contour. And with that, I'm going to use another drugstore product. I got y'all drugstore vixens. I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Stick Contour in the shade Where's Walnut. Move! Sorry, y'all. There's a fly in here, and it's driving us freaking nuts. So, I'm making sure I'm not forgetting nothing. No. I can contour now. Yes. Yes, okay. Making sure that I can contour now. I did everything I was supposed to. Okay. Sometimes your girl forgets. So, when contouring, when you're just doing a light contouring, what I like to do, everybody contours different. So when you see the way I contour, there's 100 other different ways to contour. Everybody's face is different. Everybody's shape is different. There is no right way to contour, okay? When you're contouring, you're enhancing the natural features in your face. All you're doing is really just cutting those structures out, okay? I'm Cherokee, so I have high cheekbones. Therefore, I'm going to you don't want to go all the way, okay? And if that helps you, like, you know, like when you're contouring, if that helps you to, like, suck in, that's where you're going to put the lines. And I'll do a little bit up here. Up there. And then if you want your jaw to appear more defined, you will do it this will appear, your jaw will appear more defined. So, yeah. And, so, if you want to, like, contour your nose a little bit, which I wouldn't say this stick is the best to contour because it's a chubby stick. So to blend in that, I can actually use I'm actually going to use my Sonia Kashuk stippler brush. You can use stippler brushes to blend in your contour, which it's actually doing pretty well.
Almost got it.
Did you? Stippler brushes actually help bronzer and contour to not look so muddy. You see what I'm saying? So, that's my hair, by the way, y'all. That's not the makeup. Okay. So all I'm doing is just blending in my contour, making sure that everything's blended and that there's not any harsh lines. Because I'm not doing a full-blown contour. I'm just doing a little, like, mini contour. And by doing this, you can take some highlight and go back and distinct your features even more. So, that contour on my nose appeared to make the bridge a little bit smaller, which I don't have a big nose anyways, so therefore I don't really need to contour my nose, but just for a little added touch if you wanted to. Oh yeah, y'all see that? That's all you're doing is just kind of carving out your features. What's that noise? And that's all I'm going to do, which I will actually take a little bit of translucent setting powder, which I'll use my e.l.f. translucent setting powder when doing this. But you want to make sure that it's all blended in and that nothing looks harsh. So now my jaw looks more defined. My cheeks are more chiseled out. My forehead is more, so now you can tell, and that's just a mini contour. All I'm doing was just enhancing my features. So yeah, this little Sonia Kashuk stipple brush is actually pretty well in the contouring department. So now, move! Oh, I'm about to get pissed. Okay, so if I want to, I guess I'll go back with this LA Girl Pro Concealer. And when I want to really chisel out my contour, which this is just a little extra step, I'm going to go below where I did my dark contour with the highlight. See that? Just a little bit. And with that, that's going to it's going to chisel out my contour just a little bit more. So, with that, I can actually use my Miracle Complexion sponge and just kind of tap it in lightly. So it doesn't really, you know, mess anything up that you've already accomplished. See? Yep. Looks good, girlfriend. Looks good. See? See that contrast? That's the whole point. Just make sure that it's blended in all the way. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. We're already at 34 minutes. Yep. This is going to be an extra long video. If I have to do 2 parts, then I have to do 2 parts. But I promised I was going to make this a full face with y'all. So, we've got it all figured out. Yay! So, I'm telling y'all, foundation, contour, and all that jazz, it takes a while. It really does take a while. I wonder how long I can make this video. I wonder if I can make it an hour long. What do you think, babe?
I don't see why not.
Well, I'm saying, do you think the phone, I mean, my laptop will, like, allow me to upload an hour-long video?
I think like 45, 50 if you can. Yes.
Like I said, this is not going to be for people who don't like to sit through a whole entire full face. So, looking good, looking good. Okay, so now I'm going to work in a little blush. And yes, I'm going to use a drugstore blush. I mean, not blush. Bronzer, excuse me. I'm going to go in with a drugstore bronzer. I'm going to be going in with the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This bronzer that everybody's freaking nuts about. Thanks to Kathleen Lights. So here it is. I have to, since I am a darker skin tone, I am going to have to build this up a little bit. So I'm going to take my new Real Techniques sponge. This is their Ultra Plush sponge. Jesus, oh my gosh. Brush. I'm going to use, this is the multitask brush for bronzers and powder, bronzers, and all that. This is a multi-purpose brush. So I'm going to use this brush right here, the multi-purpose brush by Real Techniques. And I'm just going to build this up because, like I said, my skin tone is kind of like the same color as this. So I really have to build it up. Because if I don't, there's like no point in even bronzing my face because and you can actually put bronzer anywhere you want to put bronzer. There is no right way to bronze your face neither. And make sure when you're bronzing, you bronze your chest and all that. Because you don't want to be looking real funny. Ooh, look at that chisel contour, girl. Yeah. And now the bronzer, as you can tell, has brought some color, some more color to my face. And it smells so good. What are you laughing at, babe?
Oh, my God.
Oh, I thought you was laughing at me.
No.
Oh, yeah. Duh. I forgot to wipe my, idiot. I forgot to wipe my, what's it called? My baking off my face. Dummy. I forgot to... Okay, so let's look. It looks wonderful. I love that Maybelline setting powder. No lines or nothing. Like, it really does a great job. Like, for real. If you are interested in that Maybelline setting powder and you want to know if it works really well, look at that. No lines under my eyes at all. Like, when I baked, it baked. Like, that's great. Okay, so I did some bronzer, brought some color to my face. So now, yes. So now that I've used my bronzer, I'm going to use a blush. What blush should I use today? Did I get a new blush? I'm trying to remember if I got a new blush. Did I get a new blush, babe? I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Well, I used my Too Faced blush last time. Maybe, should I use my Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in Sun Swept? This is the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten. And it's got like some beautiful colors in it. Yeah, why not? Let's use this blush. I think I used, what did I use last time? What is going on here? Sorry, y'all. I'm messing with my drawers. Did I use my NARS? I think I used my NARS blush last time. I don't remember. Alright, so we're going to use the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in the shade Sun Swept. And it's like a swirl of like marble colors. And we're just going to lifen those cheeks up. If it helps, apples of your cheeks. Apples of your cheeks, ladies and gents. Kind of like when you're doing, ooh, look at that sheen. That looks good. Kind of like when you're doing, we're already at 40 minutes. Good gracious. Kind of like when you're doing your contour, you know, if you like, squeeze in your lips like a, ooh, look at that. Gave some color to the face. If you squeeze in your lips like that, it can actually help you find the apples of your cheeks better. So, yeah, so we got some blush on. And now we're going to go, what the hell? We're going to go for some highlight. Yay! Yeah, we're going to go for some highlight. What should I use for highlighting? Okay, so this time I'm not going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills to highlight with. I'm going to be using my Artist Couture highlighter Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Illuminati. So I'm going to take this out. Ooh, yeah, buddy. I actually received this in my BoxyCharm. And, oh my gosh, the color is just stunning. So it's got a little twisty top on it. And I'm going to take, what should I use? We'll just use my fan brush. Why not? I'm going to use my Royal and Langnickel fan brush BMD 300. And I'm just going to rub my little brush off around in there. Get me a good amount. And do it on the top of my cheekbones. Kind of like in a wide V shape. Yes, I'm living for it. Most definitely. Make sure that's blended in real well. Ooh, look at that highlight. Yes. Looks good. Looks good, boo-boo. Looks good. So, I'm going to take a little bit more. Sorry, my whole damn laptop is like covered in glitter. Where they do that at? Right here on the Cherokee Gypsies channel. That's where they do that at. So now I'm going to do my other side. Oh my goodness. Ooh, girl. Didn't need it all the way over there. My God, this stuff is gorgeous. Take a little bit down the nose. Little bit. Bitch, I love that highlight. Love it, love it, love it. And a little bit above my Cupid's bow. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Look at that highlight. That Illuminati is just freaking gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it. And for the ones who are not familiar with highlighter, when you're putting a highlighter on, just do it right on the tops of your cheekbones. And that, when the light hits it like this, you see, when the light hits it, it's going to put off an immaculate shine. I like to do it. Some people think it's overboard to do Cupid's bow. I really don't care. When I do makeup, I go all out. So, whoops, I'm assuming I must do a part 2 to this. I like to do some above my eyebrow too. I guess I should do a part 2 because it's at 45 minutes. I don't know if it'll last for an hour. Well, we're going to try to go for an hour. If it works, it works. I will love the fact that it might work. So, or maybe should I stop it, babe, and just do another?
Yeah, do that.
And start another one. Okay. So, this is going to be part 1 of my Get Ready With Me full face, and I'm going to name this one, you know, part 1 of my Get Ready With Me. And then I'll start my part 2 video too, where I do eyeshadow and eyeliner, mascara, lippy, all that good stuff. But I hope y'all enjoyed the part 1. I never do the full face like this because I'm so worried people are not going to like this long video. But I know for a fact that there's a lot of you that actually do like to watch long videos of mine. So this one's for y'all, okay? This one is for y'all. And I will be back in part 2 in about 3 seconds. Love you.